Okay, welcome to another $30 value vintage gameplay video here. Today we are playing Burn, but with a combo with our Cascade cards here. So again, $30 value vintage is vintage, but your deck has to be $30 or less on TCG Player. Ours is not right now. It was when I put the deck together. I'm recording this afterwards. But if you wanted to make this compliant, I think all I would do is take out a Sulfuric Vortex and put in a Soul Guide Lantern, and then our deck is legal again, under $30. But that is going to be swapped for all the games, because I already played that, and then I forgot to record my intro, so that's happening afterwards. It was, under $30 when I started it, so, that's what's important. And for tournaments, how it works, just so you know, is like a week or up to a month, depending on how big the tournament is. Like if it's one people will travel for, like a Star City Games event, you can lock in your deck price for that week or month or whatever it is before the event. So that's what matters. Your deck can go up to, $35 or whatever during the actual event. That doesn't matter as long as you get it in when it's under $30 during the period when you lock in your price. Anyway, so it's a combination of a burn deck. But then we've also got Electrodominance and Dreadhorde Arcanist, which can cast our Cascade spells here for free. So these two have no mana cost. Footfalls makes 2/4/4 trampling rhinos with no mana cost, and Wheel of Fate lets us each player discard their hand and draw 7 new cards, again with no mana cost. And we can cast those with Dreadhorde Arcanist from the graveyard for free, because it has no mana cost, and our Dreadhorde Arcanist lets us cast instant or sorcery with mana value lost to equal to the creature's power, which is normally 1 from the graveyard, which lets us cast these cards for free. And then we've got Electrodominance here. And Electrodominance from our hand lets us cast one of those 2 spells for free. So if you just cast Electrodominance for 2, you don't even have to pay into any of the X. You can just go like turn 1 Mountain, I don't know, Chain Lightning, turn 2 Electrodominance, and then play Crashing Footfalls from your hand. So very strong. These cards are just also very good mid-game. Like if you've got like 6 mana in play and you just draw this on turn 6, you can just dome somebody for 4 just by, or a creature for 4 just by playing it like a, Fire Blast, like not a Fire Blast, like a Fireball. That's what I mean. And then Dreadhorde Arcanist can also just flashback any of our 1 mana instants here. We got like a second pseudo combo here. We've got Dreadhorde Arcanist, and we've got Ranger's Firebrand. Ranger's Firebrand, what gives you the ring Tempshu. And what that does is you get to pick a creature and you get to put the ring on it. And the idea here is you put the ring on Dreadhorde Arcanist usually, is one other creature is good with, but we'll start with Dreadhorde Arcanist. The first stage, 4 stages of the ring. The first stage is the creature can't be blocked by creatures with power greater than it. So it makes sure Dreadhorde Arcanist is able to attack through all of your opponent's creatures without getting killed, which is great. And then you can flash back the Ranger's Firebrand, the ring Tempshu again. You go to level 2. Level 2 is you loot. Whenever he attacks, you draw 1, you discard 1. And if you find another Ranger's Firebrand, you hit them for 2. You go to level 3, which is if your opponent does block it with the creature of, same or less power, that creature dies. So if their opponent has like a 1/2 and they block your Dreadhorde Arcanist, it still dies, which is great. And then level 4 is when it deals damage to a player, it deals an extra 3 damage to them. So your Dreadhorde Arcanist, if you've cast, 2 Ranger's Firebrands, flash them both back with Dreadhorde Arcanist, is all of a sudden looting and dealing 4 damage to your opponent, which is obviously going to win the game very quickly. So we got a few combos in here. Like we got most of the, good burn spells. This is just Lightning Bolt. It's the Final Fantasy version of Lightning Bolt, just 3 damage. Chain Lightning, which is the sorcery version of Lightning Bolt, 3 damage. We've got some of the best burn spells in the game here, but we've also just got a couple of very cool combos as well to spice things up. This one's, cool too. The idea with here with Wheel of Fate, in case you didn't know, is you don't want to do that turn 1 really, but like turn 3 or 4 when we're kind of running out of cards, if we can just refill our hand and throw a couple of lightning bolts or whatever at our opponent and win. That's the idea here. And obviously, making 4/4s and swinging doesn't, I'm sure you understand why that's good. We can use Amped Raptor to cast these for free as well. We can't really set it up, but with Amped Raptor, we can just cascade into our suspend spells and cast them for free. And this card's just excellent. Just even cascading into like a lightning bolt or something is still for 2 mana with a 1/2 first striker is very good. We got one Inti, which lets us make Dreadhorde bigger, and it lets us kind of filter through our hand. It's legendary, but it's a very strong card, so I'm playing one. It's also kind of expensive, which is why I only got one. Firebending Student. This was suggested by someone in Discord a while ago when I was working on looking at this deck. This one's got Prowess and Firebending, so like if we attack, we can Firebend, and like Electrodominance is an instant, so we can use the Firebending from Firebending Student to make a really big Electrodominance, which is very cool during our attack. Inti again was to make mana, card as a card drawing engine. Moria Marauder is our other card drawing engine. So this deals damage. We exile cards, we can play them. This is another really good card to put the ring on. You can use the Ranger's Firebrand to make this basically unblockable. And then we can get through and get our damage in, which is a very cool synergy. Once Upon a Time is kind of this to fix our mana, basically. So we're playing 21 lands. I don't want to go any higher than that, but we're playing 2 of these as kind of lands 22 and 23 to make sure that we, don't have to mulligan very much and can kind of find our stuff when we need it. So it's a bit of a hedge. This is kind of like an iffy one. I think you could play one Once Upon a Time and something else, but I want to try 2. I really, the deck can do some very scary things, but you don't want to mulligan too much, so wanted to make sure that if I'm only playing 21 lands, I can hedge a little bit here. That's the idea, but you don't have to play both of these. If you wanted to try that, I think this is a flex spot. You could cut one of these for something. We're also trying out Pawpatch Recruit. So this is, I was kind of looking through sort of green cards here to play. Oh, by the way, we're splashing green originally so that we can turn 1 suspend Crashing Footfalls. If we don't have an Electrodominance in our hand, just turn 1 suspending Crashing Footfalls is completely fine. Once it gets to the graveyard, we can flash it back to Dreadhorde Arcanist. It's pretty good. Oh, also, Dreadhorde Arcanist level 2 is a loot. I don't think I mentioned this. I did mention that it loots, but the important part here is that it draws and discards. So you can draw, discard one of these cards, and then next turn flash it back. So the ring itself with the Ranger's Firebrand and the Dreadhorde Arcanist giving you level 2 of the ring sets up discarding and flashing back the suspenders. Anyway, back to Pawpatch Recruit. Now that we've got green, looking at other green cards to play. And this one is very aggressively costed, obviously. It's a 1 mana, 2 power creature with trample even. We can just kind of swing with it and get your opponent down quickly. But it's also got a very cool, 2 very cool abilities. One where it can give other creatures +1/+1 counters, so similar to Inti, which can do the same thing. That lets us make Dreadhorde Arcanist, bring that up to multiple power. Bring Moria Marauder up to multiple power. Both of those are strong. And then it's got Offspring. So we get this, let's say we draw this on turn 5, and we've got 5 lands in play. We can play it with Offspring twice and just make 3 of these. They're 1/1 copies of it, but still. We can, but at that point our opponent should be on pretty low life, and, we only need to squeak in the last bits of damage here. And if any of them get, targeted by our opponent, we get to put +1/+1 counters on other creatures. So overall, I think that's, definitely worth trying. And, again, this is after the league. The card actually was quite good. I did like this card. A little pricey, but definitely worth trying out. I think that covers all the main deck here. Yeah. Remember to like, subscribe, all that jazz. If you got any other ideas? for the deck or thoughts during the league, please let me know down below. Really like hearing from everybody. So, got any thoughts and questions, comments, whatever? Let me know. Sideboard's pretty self-explanatory. We got Graveyard Hate here in Soul Guide Lantern. We've got Sulfuric Vortex for the control decks and any deck that's gaining life, but mostly control deck because most decks aren't gaining life really, unless you like Lurrus. Like a Lurrus deck will gain life. That's where this could come in handy. But also any deck that's trying to go long. This just has inevitability baked into it. A lot of decks in this format play artifacts. Some of the artifacts are very strong, so we're playing 4 Smash to Smithereens, and then 4 Outland Liberator. You probably could swap one of these for like Pyrostatic Pillar or something. They're trying to shore up some of the combo matchups. But I went with pretty heavy on the anti-artifact, anti-enchantment plan. But you know, the meta is so broad in Value Vintage, it's very hard to figure out exactly how to like to sideboard and stuff. Because our main deck can't really deal with anything. Our main deck is just, kill the opponent as very quickly as possible, right? Which means that you sort of have to pick and choose what we can deal with in the sideboard. So like Pyrostatic Pillar or Eidolon of the Great Revel. Probably Eidolon of the Great Revel. I actually don't know how much either of those cost now that I mention it, but like that kind of an effect is very strong. So something for anti-combo is like another thing I think you could look at here. But you got like affinity under artifact decks in your meta. I kind of like this setup. All right, anyway, let's get into it. See you in round 1. All right, here we go. We'll keep this. We took 1 mulligan. I think I forgot to show that. Don't need the wheel here. Good luck. We're just going to suspend the footfalls. Pass. And pass. All right. Let's take Moria Marauder and play that. Kind of want to get that down. Actually, that's, I think on this board, actually the better card. Can't actually do anything with Arcanist yet. Can draw some cards with Marauder. Sure. Mm-hmm. Play the Karplusan Forest. And let's get our Arcanist down. See what they got here. Don't actually know what deck they're on right now, so we could just get blown out here out of nowhere. We're not really stopping them in any sort of way. That's a problem. Oh no, we should have. Oh, ugh. I have my Marauder still. That was really dumb. Right, didn't end up actually mattering, but that was stupid. All right, they're gonna, I assume, flashback stuff and kill us here with the 3 in a red sorcery. They let you cast a card from the graveyard. Nope, they don't want to. I guess they got a counter spell then. So you're gonna counter this? Counter that. Nope. I think we just swing because we want to get the rhinos anyway. Mm-hmm. Wish I would have cast the Firebrand now. Maybe not. Oh, they got 2 Arcanists. I should have cast the Firebrand for sure. That was dumb. They're all tapped. Okay. That's effective. See what they got here for us. Sure. We got nothing. We can F6 through here. Let's see what they do. That's bad for us. Yep. We needed a burn spell there. Can do 11 points of damage, which is notably not 13. I think we just gotta make rhinos, unfortunately. So, probably dead here, but let's see what happens. They can tap us down and swing for the win, maybe. If they can flash back this, they can tap all of our crap down. Blue, blue, red. Problem. That'll kill us. That's going to tap all of our crap down. Yeah, we need to draw a burn spell last turn. Burn spell would have got there. This will not. Because we had extra 2 damage we could have put through on the Firebrand, so we need another burn spell. Oh, what is going on here? That will kill us. Like, double kill us. Yeah, we needed to draw a burn spell. That was our out. We had a, I don't know, 30% chance to win the game or so. Game 2. The soul guides, I guess. Actually, I don't like the wheels. I can take out the wheels. Put in some smashes. I kind of like the smashes, actually. Oh, too late. Should not have clicked submit. Sure. We're just gonna go aggro here. Play the Pawpatch. We're gonna get cards. Sure. A lot of mana. All right, let's see if we can find a Smash the Smithereens. That won't do anything. Maybe it should have been the Marauder, actually. Usually just put it on the Arcanist, but maybe that was the mistake, actually. I can redo it if it survives. We're at 10 damage right now, so we don't kill them this turn, even if they do nothing. But this turn 3, they should do something. Soaring, yeah. Three, 4, 6. Yeah, that's enough mana to do things. Seems good. Hmm. Yeah, so I'm very, very punished for not... Very, very punished for not giving this one the... Well, that's... We're gonna give it to the Moria. Hopefully they don't double block. As long as they don't double block, we can kill whatever blocks this. If they double block, then we just don't bother. One block. That was not the best scenario that could have been, but oh well. See if they kill us here. We can deal 3, 4, 5 next turn. Maybe draw 2 cards. We'll see what they do. It's a close one. They could kill us here. It's a very cool card. We played this one in my last video on the Channel Eldrazi deck. Cascading in the Channel, casting Eldrazi, casting Triplicate Titan. Very strong card in this format, very cheap. Under $1. What scary thing do they have here? They only have to deal 3 damage to us. Snap. Okay. Our +1/+1 counter here. Sure. Alright, so we have to find a bolt off of this guy. It can deal 4 damage. We got 4 draws, I guess, to find a bolt. That is not a bolt. That is also not a bolt. Bolt. Ooh, close enough. That works. Alright, game 3. Pawpatch came in handy there, but I think Pawpatch is worse than just blowing up their mana guys for damage. I do think the Outlands are too slow, though. I'm not sure if this is even good enough, to be honest. I think I just want the damage, though, right? I just want like 1-drop damage, guys. It looks like they boarded out some of the graveyard stuff. We have a lot of draws that make this hand good, so I am going to keep it. Draw rhinos, we can draw forest. Yep. Not really what we want, but sure. I want to find rhinos. Where art thou, rhinos? From your hand. Does not work with the Moria, notably. Sure. 2 mana. What do you want to play? Huh. Kind of want to play it. That gets the double striker and extra damage, which is relevant. Ooh, they got something. Mountain. Rootbound Crag. We do. Just chain lightning them. Alright, let's see if we're dead. Are we dead? We do have lethal on board, so they have to do something here. But this flashing it back somehow is something. None of that is something. Feel like they're only out as having a bounce spell on this guy, so we're going to hedge our bets here and go this way. There, we got there. Good game. That was a close one. GG's. Very cool deck for our opponent there. Okay, here we go. All right. We do need a second land. Kind of kept a little quick there. Let's start off with that. Might be able to play the Pawpatch next turn in a removal spell. Sure. Him, okay. That took our Pawpatch. That is not a land. Alright. Unfortunate. Yep. This looks like some sort of rack strategy. Yep. Yep. That is still not a land. Maybe I should have mulliganed this one. Did not actually realize there was a one land. Got a lot of lands. They're kind of flooding a bit. Yep. Mm-hmm. We cannot cast that for its other cost. The sorcery. They can almost grab their Lyris and play it. I'm not sure why they're not grabbing their Lyris. Land, land, land. Hey, they got a sweeper. Sweeper seems reasonable here. Cast. One of our rhinos is carrying the ring. As Lord of the Rings lore accurate rhino carrying the ring over to the volcano mountain. Black, black, him. Short. Why are they not grabbing? This is Lyris, right? I didn't even check the companion. I assume, yeah, it's Lyris. They've got Lyris. Alright. Gonna loot. Put back Moria Marauder. Alright, and then we can win with this one. Alright, so that was a very bizarre game. Unless they got some way of dealing with that. I don't know why they didn't grab their Lyris. What are they holding? It could just be they forgot about their Lyris. I've been there. Okay, so we're up against Lyris. It makes me kind of want the Vortexes. Don't want the Wheel of Fates against Lyris. They do have some artifact synergies with the that thing, but it didn't seem to be a huge part of the deck. Let's try that. Alright, it's one land, but then we also have a draw and a Once Upon a Time, so I'll keep that. Yep. Okay, well, we won our land, so. Rootbound Crag, Mountain. Rootbound Crag. Let's do no possible play, yield all. Make this go a bit faster. I can successfully click it. Curious what they take here. Ooh, the Amped Raptor, okay. We get to play our Arcanist, which I assume gets killed, but we are still playing it. Of course. Sure. Inquisition. Fair enough. Land here would be nice. We could play the Electrodominance, hit the Raptor for 1, cast the Ranger's Firebrand. So here. Done. Hit them for 2. So our Ring Bearer will attack. I think we want to get the ring going. This lets us loot. And we pass. Ooh, that's a good one. Slightly late for them. What is this? Okay, well, they can kill that. We can kill it first. Use Chain Lightning. We can do that next turn, so we're going to kill the Harvest. Oh, no, we don't. We lost it to the Voidwalker. Ew. I didn't even think of that. They can now cast. We have to kill this first. Because they could cast the Rhinos. All right, so we have to wait a second here. Because the Dolthy casting our rhinos would be game over. Black. Okay. Okay. Sure. Yeah, I wish I would have just kept the rhinos in my hand. Let's just hit them. And cast that next turn with our Dreadhorde. If they block it, nope, we're not at the next level yet, so they're actually okay. But what we can do here is just kill us. I don't want them creating the spirits. I could just cast the Crashing Footfalls with my Electrodominance, couldn't I? I'm currently drinking wine. It may be affecting my play. I should. Was there? If you're, if I had an opportunity just to cast the stupid Crashing Footfalls, let me know. I know I want to cast that. Okay, let's cast our rhinos. Sure. I'm not sure why I was so hell-bent on casting our rhinos with Dreadhorde. I feel like I could have done it like a turn or two ago with the Electrodominance from hand, but maybe not. Is that a Croxa? Croxa? So I think we just want to beam them for 2. Or do I? Yeah, let's think about this. Let's be smart for a minute. Because we can either deal them for 2 or we can save 3 life. Those are our options. 4, 8, 9. So if we hit them for 2, they're at 5. We swing. They block both of the rhinos, and they take 3. That puts them to 2. And we die. I think we have to kill this guy. Let's kill the Blood Tithe Harvester in response. All right, we got there. Well, I don't think that was quite over, but we had a very good chance, obviously. Good game. Okay, here we go. Yeah, we'll keep that. See what they're doing over there. Ooh, that's a strong start. That's Fluctuator, we could just be dead. Brainstone. Okay. I think we're just burning. Yep. This feels like a race. It's an interesting card. It's the artifact version of Brainstorm. That doesn't cycle. Maybe they're not on a fully cycling deck. We want to get the Raptors, and I think we just want to get the damage. Cast. Okay. Pass the turn. I'm going to draw a land here, obviously. Land would be quite nice. Alright. Forest. Ursine Monstrosity. Okay. So we can give... I think we just want to get this down first. That has to swing, so we can just let it go. Cast. What is this? I think we just blow up the monstrosity. Or do we just hit them? It has to attack. I'm actually not that worried about it. I'm just going to hit them, to be honest. This does combo with sweepers, though. Maybe that was dumb. I'm just realizing that. They can give this indestructible and then play like a Wrath or something. My goal was just that they have to swing with it. It has to swing. Then they won't have it as a blocker. We can just swing back for a ton. They're almost dead. You can swing for 6, 7, 8 right now. Blue, huh? Venser? Okay. 6/6 is scary. We're just gonna let it go. Alright, maybe I should have just killed it. Regretting things now. Okay. Let's swing first. See if they got any tricks up their sleeve. It's got first strike. Play Electrodominance, targeting them. Red, red, colorless. Done. Actually, I could have just played the Firebrand. Get our rhinos. That's it for us. You think we have to chump block? How much does to equip? Equip 2. Yeah, equipping it. Makes sense. Do you have any spells? Yeah. 6. We double block it. They can only kill one, and we don't take any damage. So we're gonna do that. I don't fully understand their deck, so I'm just trying to be careful here. Part of me does want to just let it go, but if they've got pumps, I'm worried. Okay, they got pumps. Good thing I didn't let it go. Slightly concerned about the double block now, but we've got lethal on the crackback, so as long as they don't kill us here, we do just win. Hopefully. I mean, maybe not. They got a removal here. Okay, they do kill both of them. That's not good for us. Mountain. Let's swing first, see if they've got removal. Two, done. Let's see if we can burn them out here. Okay, got the first one. So they're on some sort of blue, white, green, mid-rangey deck. They had quite a few artifacts. Smash to Smithereens are appealing to me. Kind of winging it here, but I do want the smashes in there. Can blow up the planisphere, can blow up some of the other artifacts they got. It's not perfect, but I think it's fine. These two would enter tap, so I might as well just do this. Okay. Oh boy. We really want to find an Electrodominance. Yeah, that's fine. Next turn we can suspend one of them and play out the other one. Oh, actually we could do this. I kind of want to get this into play. Your spell. Fair enough. Suspend. Alright. Second counter spell was tough. Got a Planisphere, sure. Cast. Green. Oh, it's as you cast it. Okay. Well, I messed that up. Fair enough. I'm just gonna kill this now. All right. Well, that was my whiff. I was supposed to. Oh, maybe they bounce it for us. We can do it properly. I was looking for lands. Okay. We've got too many lands. They've got not enough lands. Just F6 here. Oh, it's a Chain Lightning, yeah. They got the discard even. They a little mana screwed. All right, I assume this gets countered. See what they do here. Cast. They want to counter it. Yep. Ooh. That's a tough one. Does they get that one? Graveyard, hand, and library. Okay. They get some of the other ones. I don't think they get this one, though. Another land. Gonna hit him. in theory, we can draw like an Electrodominance to try and get over the finish line here. Would have been a lot easier if we would have made another recruit, though, earlier in the game. Oh, that's going to deal with this. Yep. It's going to get exploded by the explosives here. This just... not another land. All right, I think we're in territory now where we can almost win just with Electrodominance. Yeah, that wraps our board. They have not had good mana times here. Okay, that stops our attack. That can hit for 5. This will grow too big for us very soon, so we're just going to see if we can... Oh, it's got trample. Oh, I think we just win then. All right. I did not read this card entirely, apparently. That is my fault. I think we got there anyway. Just by burn. Unless they got a foil. Alright, good games. Okay. Yeah, we can keep that. Keep. So we can either play the Crashing Footfalls on turn 1 and suspend it, or we can try and discard it to Inti. I think playing is probably just better. There's no guarantee it lives. Well, oh, it's Infinity. Oh boy. Alright. It's a strong start. Yeah, they got a bauble to loop. Plus the Thopter Foundry. I think we suspend it. Yep. I get to draw a card every turn. Yeah. Yeah. I think we're going to play the Amped Raptor and try and find a burn spell. Or is it just the Arcanist? And then we try and make Rhinos. I think we're just going to try and make Rhinos. With the Inti discarding the Crashing Footfalls. I think if we stack our triggers right, we can discard the Inti first. And then make Rhinos. Maybe we can't actually, thinking about it. Let's try it. Let's see if we can discard our Crashing Footfalls. I'm actually not sure this interaction works. Ideally, I want to attack, discard Crashing Footfalls to Inti, and flash it back with Dreadhorde. But that might be a paper-only play. So we put this one on the stack first. But there's no target. Yeah, I think it doesn't work. Maybe either I clicked wrong or it doesn't work. Ooh, that's a good one. But all they have to do is find the sword and we're dead. They got the sword. Yep, we're dead. I mean, we'll still play it out, but this is a combo where they just pay 1 mana to make a 1/1 and gain a life. Mm-hmm. That can actually stop us too, unfortunately. Play the Crashing Footfalls. Discard Wheel of Fate. Can flash that back. Put the counter on Inti. That's a good one. Cast. We'll use that to blow up the Hope of Ghirapur. Put it on the Dreadhorde Arcanist. Cast Amped Raptor. That's unfortunate. Nope, that was a whiff. We don't have rhinos in our hand. Okay. Now they get to go crazy with their combo. Unfortunately. They could play the Skill Clamp. Sure. We're just going to blow that up in response. Prevent them from drawing the extra cards. Yep. That's fine. They could have regenerated their Thopter with the welding jar. So we'll cast our Crashing Footfalls. Draw. Yep. Swing. 4, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we got there. We just cast the bolt, I think, and that wins it. Game 2. Alright, so smash to Smithereens for sure. And Outland Liberator. We'll take out the Pawpatch Recruit. Take out Wheel of Fate. Take out, we'll say one Once Upon a Time. Moria can just get chump blocked by the Ornithopter, which I don't love. It trades, I guess. No, it trades. Let's take out the Firebending Student. Take out one Inti. Alright, try that. Not sure it's 100% correct. If you got other ideas, let me know. I think it's good enough. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Take that one. I think we play this one, huh. Let's play this one tapped first. Then we can play the Liberator or the Smithereens. Counterspell. Yep. It lands now. Buble. Sure. Mm-hmm. Ooh, that's pretty good. Done. cast. Yep. We still want to land here for sure. Yep. Sure. Ooh, that's a good one. Let's swing. Mm-hmm. I think we kill this actually. Takes 2 to make a 1/1. We can kill the 1/1 actually. Let's just get through damage. Let's push damage. It's a little greedy, but let's push damage. Land would be very helpful. Desperation doesn't look good. Sure. Every cast a non-creature spell, you get a token. Okay. I don't think... Yeah, they tried to make it a copy, but didn't actually get the ETB. Let's see. Probably should kill Saheeli. And we'll hit them with the Ranger's Firebrand. And we will swing. We can start making guys. This is kind of slow without the Thopter engine. Blue, blue. The Rhino is going to bring the Ring the Mordor. Kind of want a land, so we're just going to do this and try and find a land. Countering it. Okay. No, we can't counter that. It's got trample. Not sure if they read that it's got trample. It's got trample. Oh boy. About to learn that it's got trample. This is lightning bolt. It's instant. Yep. Alright, so we can either bolt Emery or we can bolt them. If we bolt them and they somehow can kill the Rhino and they don't die, they can start looping stuff with Emery, and I don't love that. We're going to play it safe and just bolt the Emery. They can make a token and survive at 1. What does that mean? Yeah, GG's. Okay, so that went quite well. I played 4, practice room admittedly matches with this deck, and we won all of them, as you could see in the video. So nice 4-0 outing with our tournament room practice with our deck. Now, obviously, it's the tournament room, practice room, and we're just playing against like random decks. It's not like serious business 1K at Star City Games or whatever, so I'm not saying I broke the meta or anything here, but it did feel really good. And I mean, I think that's reasonable. It's not like I started off in a place here of playing a lot of cards that are obviously very good, right? So like all of the cards in this deck, except for a couple of the little, fringe ones here. So actually, there's quite a few cards in here that are kind of fringe, but like Crashing Footfalls is very good in the format. Chain Lightning, Lightning Bolt, Dreadhorde Arcanist, Amped Raptor are all kind of staples. So we started off with like a very solid base of cards here, and I think that showed in the games. And I think I really liked actually all of the fringe cards. Like Inti was good, Moria Marauder was very good, Electrodominance combo with Crashing Footfalls was good. Yeah, Ranger's Firebrand was very good. We didn't get to play Firebending Student. It's a little pricey. I think it's an interesting card, but it might just be, as long as it stays a little pricey, it might just be, something I still got to test in the future. We didn't get to see this one in action, unfortunately. Wheel of Fate was disappointing. I think we could sub out Wheel of Fate. Maybe go down to 1 or 0, to be honest. It does make our Electrodominances worse, but just wasn't that great, really, right? I think this was like the one disappointing card in the deck. Pawpatch Recruit was great. That was very good. And of course, depending on your local meta, you change your sideboard up to, attack whatever's, you're expecting to see. Yeah, overall, very happy with the deck. Wheel of Fate, Firebending Student, or, certainly spots. The second Once Upon a Time. Those are all spots I think you can play around with. I think those, 4 spots are, kind of flex slots. But yeah, you got other ideas for the deck or whatnot, let me know. Remember to like, subscribe, all that jazz. Let me know your thoughts. Really like to hear from people. So excited to see some comments. And I'll see you next time.